Hello everybody, and just here, and welcome back to Tate no Yuusha no Nariagari Shield Hero Season 3, Episode 4, 1/3 throughout the season. Right. What happened in the previous episode? Maybe let's start with that, as we always do. Or maybe let's start with a little bit of housekeeping. I guess that's also a way to go about it. It's early. I pretty much just woke up, got some breakfast, got myself a coffee, haven't even finished it yet. So I still might be a little groggy, so don't pay any mind to that. Now, previous episode. Why are my glasses so dirty? In the previous episode, Naofumi went to meet with the slave trader to finally purchase the promised slaves. He did, supposedly. I don't know, it wasn't shown. But most importantly, he purchased... what are their names? Keel and Atla, the white tiger twins. White tigers are apparently amazing combatants because they can rise their levels higher than any other race of humans or humanoids, not counting heroes. So they're essentially second to only heroes as far as combat ability goes. They're gonna be a great asset to Naofumi, no doubt. Problem was, the girl Atla has been afflicted by something. We still don't know what it was, or at least I don't know. Was it a curse, like the corpse dragon, zombie dragon? Was it some sort of an illness? Was it a burn? Was it a chemical burn? I don't know. We haven't really learned anything about their backstory. Perhaps we will learn that in time. We'll see. But Naofumi got them for cheap, healed Atla, and now they, along with some other slaves that Naofumi also purchased, are safe in Luruno village. Or so it would seem, because the village was attacked, because Naofumi moved out to a neighboring town, and took every single combat capable person with him. Great thinking, Naofumi. Amazing. 10 out of 10. You put so much effort into making sure the village is safe and secure, and then you just move out with every single combat capable person. Great job. Great thinking there, mate. Now, I know that in the source material it looked a little bit different. In the source material, the village was attacked while Naofumi was purchasing the slaves. So he didn't just move out, but I guess he also took every single combat-capable person with him as he went to purchase the slaves, so it wasn't the greatest idea either. I don't know. But I guess it's at least a little bit better than what actually happened in the anime. Thanks to Keel, Naofumi was quickly and promptly notified about it, teleported back with every single combat-capable person again, and put an end to the raid. Turns out that Eclair arrived. For some reason, I don't know whether Naofumi alerted her, or the flare that Keel shot alerted her, or was she just passing by? I don't know. She just was there and told Naofumi that the raider is actually part of some sort of a noble family, so he can't just execute him. So they were instead sent to Sildveld to become slaves. Not the best outcome, but sure, although maybe the best, maybe actually the most poetic, right? They wanted to get rich from slavery, so they themselves became slaves, right? It's poetic justice. Lastly, there was an audience with Mirelia, with Queen Mirelia, where we learn, well, a little bit beforehand, we learn a little bit about Trash's backstory, how he had a sister, he did everything, discarded his former name, discarded his country, discarded everything for the sake of his sister, and apparently Atla also reminds him of her. So maybe he's gonna soften up a little, maybe he's gonna become a redeemed character eventually. Perhaps not a king anymore, but maybe a worthy staff hero at least. That would be nice. That would be a very nice outcome. And we also learn that Motoyasu has been found, the spear hero. So, in today's episode, we are probably going to set off on an adventure to find Motoyasu and bring him back, even if he needs to be shackled to do that. I mean, Naofumi should be able to shackle him, no problem, and and just drag him back to Melromark. I don't know, we'll see. But I like the overarching plotline of having to find the heroes, having to find the Cardinal Heroes, having to find the Star Heroes, how they are just, nowhere to be found, and it's just Naofumi, the one who was the most apprehensive from being a hero, the one who said, I don't want to be a hero. I don't want to save your country. Why would I do that? That person acts as the one and only actual proper hero in this story. That's great. That's a great 180 kinda sorta. And the White Tiger twins want to be taught how to fight, and that's the summary of the previous episode. What do I expect from today's episode? We're gonna set off to find Motoyasu. And that's basically all the expectation I have. I don't know who's gonna go on that adventure. Perhaps Sadina is going to join us. Perhaps the White Tiger twins, although the twins I feel might be left in the village under the tutelage of the grandma. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We don't really have any clues either way, so it's kind of hard to predict that particular thing. So, now, how about I stop talking and we start watching, right? To do that, you will of course need your subs to follow along with me. I'm going to need my sound to hear what's going on in the show, and I'm also gonna have to ask you guys for support the channel monetarily on Patreon or YouTube itself down below, or not. Share my content, spread the word. It costs you absolutely nothing and helps the channel a lot. And with all of that out of the way, we can start watching episode 4 of Shield Hero Season 3 in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh. Okay, so they like completely split. Interesting, did they just drop Motoyasu's ass? Or did they just fall apart as Motoyasu was trapped by the tortoise? Oh shit! Okay. How did that happen? I mean, I guess Ren was a loner in the first place, but... Fitore is gonna come for their heads. Yep. Okay, someone combat capable is gonna be left behind at least. Who's observing him from the forest? Whomst? That's not the jester girl, is it? Motoyasu the Wanderer. Huh. I wonder if this experience is going to humble him. I wonder if it's something that's gonna happen. Seems like a very good opportunity for some character growth. Seems like a very good opportunity for an arc similar to that of Naofumi. Right? Motoyasu finds out that they just dropped him. People he trusted, people he believed in, they just went somewhere else and don't give a fuck about him. They don't care about him. They only cared about him when he was a hero and had status and whatnot. But now that he got beaten so easily and trapped and had to be rescued by the shield hero, he's nobody. So his former compatriots just don't care about him. That would be interesting. That would be super interesting if he actually goes through Naofumi's arc. Oh, that's the character who was watching them from the bushes. One of the star heroes, I would assume. We don't know where the other star heroes are. I would assume Sedina is one of them, but that hasn't been said. Oh, hey, slideshow! I love slideshows. Yeah, that's a new face. Chan? Kids really like him. Yeah. Right. Mirelia can't exactly give you preferential treatment. You making fish soup? Okay. And then you just reset their levels. Oh? Why would that be? Unless... unless Naofumi can figure out some XP potions. Bodlo enchanting and whatnot. Yeah, she is a new face. And here she is again. Oh, some borscht. That's always nice. She's glitching. Oh, okay. So it is her. Yeah. Yeah, that should do it. Or become a villager. Did she? When did she protect the villagers from slavers? Of course. Naofumi, call her back already. Chasing her off was a mistake. The village really could use at least one more combat-capable person. Okay, so that murder clown is glitching. Sign. She apparently saved people from slavers. What's her deal? Whomst. Motoyasu's former teammate, I would assume. And Motoyasu being a creep. The refugees, probably. And they don't need to head to the outskirts. Yeah, she's just going to drop him. Yeah. You're too late, Motoyasu. Yeah. She only cared about that. She's genuinely going through a Naofumi arc. He's genuinely going through a Naofumi arc. I love it. I love it. And he just runs away, of course. The Joestar combat technique. And teleported. Okay. Yeah, what happened to Motoyasu's team? Of course. And he doesn't. And it does nothing. Well, not nothing, but close to nothing. 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 Just tickles. Okay! And they just run away. uh... Yeah, it's legit a Naofumi arc for Motoyasu. Oh, hello, Ren. The fuck you doing here? I thought we were gonna have to find each and every one of them separately. I mean, Ren is probably the most reasonable of them all, so Naofumi has the best chances to talk it out with him. Yeah. Okay, so Ren was even weaker than Motoyasu, it seems. Hello, bitch. I guess you are here as well. Of course. You should have beheaded her. You really should have beheaded her. Of course. Now the narrative has changed. The spear hero is just a fake hero, of course. Of course. Ren! Ren, why are you falling for that? My boy! My boy! How can you fall? How can you fall for that? Ren! You have no slave crest. We know that a slave crest can be removed. They tried to remove it from Raftalia after all. She's using Raftalia's words. I mean, that's your name. That's your name, bitch! Legit, Motoyasu is going through an Naofumi arc. Ren, my boy! Yeah. You tell him now, Fumi. You tell him. What are you going to do with your toothpick? Ren. How could you have become such a moron? Entirely possible. Motoyasu! You abandoned him, bitch! Same gesture. Yeah, this is like one-to-one Naofumi arc. One-to-one Naofumi arc. I love it. I love it. I absolutely adore what's going on. I love it. My angel! Of course, Philo is the one and only example, is it? Exception, isn't she? When did Philo learn to sing and dance like that? Tenshi! I did not expect a sing and dance number in this episode. That wasn't on my bingo card. Yeah, I would like to ask that question as well. Oh, right, she was a humming fairy. Motoyasu has now just become a devout Philo follower. There we go, okay! Motoyasu joins the team! I love it. Oh, you just made a mistake. Okay. I love it. Grow stronger, Motoyasu. You need to become worthy of her. I love this episode. I love this episode. Holy shit, that was great. That was amazing. I love it. I absolutely adore it. Let's watch it again. Let's absolutely watch it again. No joke. No joke. This was the most fun I had with anime in a good while. I've seen plenty of good episodes of good anime in recent times, in recent seasons, in recent years, months. But this was one of the most fun and hype episodes in my memory. Legit. I love it. I love it. Yeah, she's somehow blocking the slave crest. Not removed, blocking, somehow. We don't know how, but somehow. Ren and Itsuki are nowhere to be found. You need to go and find them, of course. I love the arc Motoyasu is going through. There are clear, exceptionally clear parallels to what Naofumi went through. Walking around the city hooded in just a cloak so that nobody recognizes you because you're persona non grata. Being abandoned by everybody you trusted. What I do have to wonder, though, is why is bitch with Itsuki here? She was with Ren. Unless Ren is actually going to see the truth, and so she's going to go for Itsuki. Probably what's gonna happen. Ren is smart. Ren is smart enough to realize that Naofumi speaks the truth. Ren drops beach. She goes for Itsuki. Yeah, I can see that happening. Life at the village is great, everybody's training, everybody's having fun. Where's the murder clown here? I don't know. Also, I love how the kids made it a game to call Naofumi his lordship. He probably detests it. That's great. Those like tiny little details, they're amazing. That's a stew of vegetables, meat, and salmon, apparently. We need money. Well, you can go fight in the arena again, except people probably won't let you in. You could train Risha to become a gladiator. Risha hasn't been taken part in the arena fights. That's a possibility, isn't it? They need to do some rehab to make up for the lost level. So, how exactly does it work? Unlike your status, what you've gained from training isn't lost during a reset. How does that reset work? And what was the purpose of it? I still can't really understand it. Is it like they? It's like whatchamacallit? Prestige system. You reset your levels and then you keep your stats and then you can gain levels again. Like in the case of Raftalia, Philo, who are slaves to Naofumi. But if someone isn't a slave to Naofumi, or then they just lose their levels for no benefit. Why would you then reset Sadina's levels if that provides no benefit? I know. I'm really finding it hard to understand what's exactly the deal with the reset. Why is there so much hair in my mouth? Oh, it's my cat's hair. I know why. The problem comes after they hit their limits. Is the only solution for them to train more, apparently. That is a nice piece of food. Some beef, charred beef, couple of sunny side up eggs, a piece of cheese, some potatoes, I think, string beans. I think this is like thick toast with ham, over easy eggs and cheese. That could be nice. Although the toast is a little bit too thick for my preference. I like, the ratio of toppings to bread be in the favor of toppings. Bread is just a medium you carry the toppings through. Same for pizza. I really like thin, crispy crust pizza. Some nice borscht. Who are you? I am glitching. Why is she glitching? Sane. She's the murder clown. Even though I protected everyone from slavers, when did that happen? Is it again something... I didn't shave myself well. Shit. I'm good. There we go. That's better. Is it again something that was skipped from the anime? That she was protecting everybody from the slavers until Naofumi arrived? I don't know. I really don't get this character so far. I have full trust that it will be explained what's her deal. She's probably one of the star heroes, or perhaps a hero from another world. That's why she's glitching, or perhaps she's the spirit of the phoenix, the way Ost was the spirit of the tortoise. That's actually that's worth noting down. Sign is the Phoenix spirit, like Ost was tortoises. That would kind of sort of explain the glitching. That would explain why she was able to evaluate Naofumi's performance and find it lacking. She knows best how strong the Phoenix is, and she's able to tell that Naofumi isn't strong enough to fight it. Yeah, I guess that would actually make sense. I thought for a moment that she might be some sort of a system thing, right? System administrator, or an NPC guide or whatever, that this world is really a game and she's the, I don't know, some sort of a system, maybe set free, set loose. something like NPCs from Nazarick, maybe, kinda, sorta. But no. And at least I don't think so anymore. Maybe it is the case. I really thought this was really setting up for Naofumi to just say, hey, yo, come back. I'm gonna give you some borscht. You can stay. But no. Oddly enough, the setup was so incredibly clear to be another one of those, like, semi-comedic moments of Naofumi playing a hard ass and then eventually being like, what can you do? I guess you can come back, right? Especially with everybody looking expectantly at him like that. I really expected this to be the case, but apparently not. And I really think Naofumi's making a mistake here. He met Sign only in the arena, and they fought because it was an arena, so of course they did. That's like the point. So I don't know why he's so suspicious of her, why he's so, why he rejects her like that. She's been in the village for some time. She hasn't been making any trouble. She even befriended Philo to some degree. She was willing to pay for her food. She would probably be willing to help as well, stay at the village and protect it. So why would Naofumi not take her in? I guess maybe he's being his usual suspicious self, and it's just his suspicions playing a big part here. Hiro has is it a brand new carriage or is it her carriage? I don't know. You stay, we go. Yeah, at least leaving some combat capable people in the village now. Yeah, everybody just dropped Motoyasu because he no longer has fame. You're a vagrant. You're a nobody now. You lost to the Tortoise. Shield Hero, became the hero to go for. His stonks has rised. You're just a nobody. You couldn't even damage that Tortoise, and Shield Hero beat it no problem and saved you. Why would I associate with you? Are you even a hero? I love it. I love it. Arguably, Motoyasu is going through even stronger, deeper, bigger of an arc than Naofumi. Naofumi knew bitch only for a while. For a couple of days, and then she dropped him for Motoyasu. Motoyasu knew those people for much longer of a time. They traveled together, they seemed like a proper team. They fought a lot together, they achieved a lot together, and it hits different when someone discards you like you're trash after a couple of years, and if someone discards you after a couple of days, right? So arguably, Motoyasu is going through bigger of a heartbreak than Naofumi. Now, we don't have that element of false rape accusations. No, later we do. We absolutely do. Although not to the degree that Naofumi went through it, because Naofumi just, was exiled essentially. So he went through much more pain. Meanwhile, Motoyasu was just accused by bitch, and it was pretty much only just Ren who heard it and who believed it, and it's not like Motoyasu is going to become an exile or anything of the sort. Everything was going well, all those monsters were defeated, but it turns out Motoyasu just couldn't beat the turtle, so everybody, fucking everybody just turned tail and run away. None of them were loyal to Motoyasu in the first place. Absolutely none of them. None of them even tried to stay and say, hey, Motoyasu-san, this isn't working. Let's get a tactical retreat and think about it. You know, let me use some magic to scan the surface of this tortoise to figure out what's it made of. Maybe you can use water spear to pierce through it. Maybe it's weak to water. I know, let's think about it. Let's figure out what's going on. Wow, Motoyasu-san, how come you can't damage it? This tortoise must be so incredibly strong. Let's think about it. No, it's Motoyasu punched pierced the tortoise. It didn't work. Oh, well, shit, I guess he's weak. Let's just go away. Like, instantaneous decision. Instantaneous. Ren is here. I really thought that Ren is actually the smartest of them all. He seemed to be, but does Bitch have some supernatural powers that can fog people's minds? Is she a fucking succubus? Or something? That would be the one and only explanation I have. Actually, fuck it, might as well just note it down. Bitch got succubus powers that also block her crest, maybe. It also blocks her crest. That would be an explanation. Maybe. That's some nice looking goblets. They are all dead. I lost because they were weak. I guess kinda. I mean, Motoyasu's people had no trouble, so sure. But then we don't know the full extent, the full, like, situation. But also, yeah, Motoyasu is probably weak. It really seems like, while he might not be the weakest of the heroes, I think he is at least weaker than Motoyasu. I'm not sure about Itsuki, but it seems to me like the strength ranking looks something like Naofumi, Motoyasu, Itsuki, Ren. Maybe? I know, I'm not sure. Maybe even Naofumi, Itsuki, Motoyasu, Ren. I don't quite remember from season 2, but it was even in season 1, I think, that Naofumi revealed the secret to his power, right? How he's not just using the system that Motoyasu uses, not just the system that Ren uses, not just the system that Itsuki uses, but rather he uses all of those systems. He feeds his shield with other ingredients, he levels that shield up separately, he touches other shields to get their forms, and uses all those different ways of leveling it up. Itsuki seems to me like he would be the one most willing to actually try it. So I wonder if Itsuki actually is stronger than Motoyasu and Ren. I don't know, we'll see. And of course, Ren. I think what also happens with Ren is some form of a PTSD. Maybe he latched onto Bitch because she's the only one, like, willing to associate with him. She's the only one left. He has nobody. All of his party members have died, and it's just her. This sort of an abusive relationship. It is a legit tactic, quote unquote, in abusive relationships, where the abuser removes everybody else from the abusees, from the abused person's lives. Right? The abuser forbids them from meeting their friends, forbids them from meeting their family, or creates some issue with their family, right? Like, oh no, your family doesn't like me, let's not go for the Christmas dinner with them, and isolates the abused person. In this case, Ren doesn't need to be isolated because he already lost everybody he was acquainted with. So it's an easier job for bitch? Maybe, kinda. I guess I'm trying to justify what Ren is doing somehow because he was never an idiot. He was the one person that Naofumi trusted the most, right? You have to remember, in season 1, Ren was the person who got the pendant from Naofumi. Ren was the one who was tasked with figuring out the truth. Naofumi trusted him the most. And of course, bitch is repeating the same thing. Spirit Hero is not a true hero, of course. He was abusing me, he forced himself on me, of course. The trial was a farce. Shield Demon was secretly controlling the Spirit Tortoise. That's why he won. Because he was never in any danger whatsoever. The Spirit Tortoise was under his control, and he, using the Spirit Tortoise, killed your party members. How can you believe that? That's a good question, though. How is her slave crest not activating? Maybe something to do with the pendant? But we know that a slave crest can be removed. It's a possibility. I care about you more than anyone. The entire world may call you a criminal. I believe you fought for the sake of the world. Those are Raphtalia's words. Maybe not word for word. I don't quite remember the original Raphtalia's speech, but the gist of it is the same. Even if you can't believe in anyone anymore, I believe in you. Yeah, that's Raphtalia's words. He said he'd kill my father if I refused. Of course. Motoyasu is legit going through a fast track of Naofumi arc. And yeah, you tell him. I'm glad that someone that Naofumi actually says how it is. Yeah, that's because you treated this whole thing like a video game. That's why. You remembered one mechanic and you used that one mechanic. You didn't give a fuck about anybody and about anything because you treated them all as NPCs. And now that they are dead, you're mourning them? Aren't they NPCs to you, Ren? Aren't they? And yeah, you're a failure not just as a hero, but as a human being. You didn't even try to save them. You didn't even try to help them, probably. Maybe. I don't know how it went. We don't know the full flashback. You should have. Legit, Naofumi. If there's one person in this entire series who deserves to die, that would be bitch. Legit. Like, Trash can still be redeemed. He still has some redeeming qualities. There is an explanation to his behavior. He's necessary because he's the staff hero, etc., etc. What does bitch represent? What does she give us? Nothing. She's worthless. She's less than worthless. She brings negative value to the world. She should have been beheaded when Naofumi had the chance. That was the best chance to get rid of her. The second best time is now. And if not that, at least shield prison her so that she can't say anything to Ren. Bind Ren in chains, shield prison bitch, teleport her into the middle of the ocean or teleport her to fucking Sildveld or whatever. Make her a slave in Sildveld. There we go. Solution. If you don't want to kill her, enslave her. Simple. Right? Simple. You already did that once now for me. And then you can shield prison Ren, and you can break him, and you can remold him into a decent human being again. There is potential in Ren. There is redeeming qualities in him. But bitch needs to be out of the picture for that to happen. Yeah, you're refusing to do it because it would mean admitting you screwed up. At least that it's not listening to that horror, yeah. And this again exemplifies how much of a failure as a human being he is. He's doing a Motoyasu here. Remember when Motoyasu fought in the middle of a city with reckless abandon, not caring about the bystanders or anybody? That's what Ren is doing right now. He doesn't care about the people around him. He's just focused on the shield demon. It's funny how it happens. Motoyasu goes through Naofumi arc. Ren is going through Motoyasu arc. What's next? Itsuki going through Ren arc of being a loner. Actually, that would be super fucking funny. Let me note it down. Motoyasu goes through Naofumi arc. Ren goes that word doesn't have two ages. Through Ren goes through Motoyasu arc. Itsuki goes through Ren arc and is a loner. You know what would be super funny? We know that bitch is going to ditch Ren for Itsuki. Next thing we know, Ren goes through Motoyasu arc and Itsuki. No, wait. Shit. Next we know Ren goes through Naofumi arc and Itsuki goes through Motoyasu arc. That would be another thing I have to note down. So sorry for taking this much time on it, but next Ren goes through Naofumi arc and Itsuki goes through Motoyasu arc. And after everybody has gone through After everybody has gone through Motoyasu arc and the Naofumi arc, everybody becomes a decent human being, and then they can finally fight as one unit. After everybody goes through Motoyasu and Naofumi arcs, they're finally ready to fight together. There we go. That would be cool. Maybe a little formulaic, but it's the kind of formulaic I wouldn't have minded. I wouldn't mind. So maybe. I'm going to fight for mine, for the person who believes in me. This is Motoyasu arc. And yeah, again, not believing that that Naofumi is this strong. Impossible. You have to be cheating somehow. You shield demon. And Motoyasu going through Naofumi arc. I love it. I love the parallels there. I mean, can you even call it a parallel anymore? It's just one-to-one. It's just a one-to-one repeat. I never want to talk to a woman again. That's so Naofumi. And then we get the dance and song and dance number. That was great. And Motoyasu has found his angel, his inspiration, his reason to live. And he's been shown genuine kindness. Eat this and cheer up. Amazing face. Believe in the method I gave you to get stronger and work to get ready to fight. Understood. I love it. I love Spirit Heroes redemption. Kinda. He's still a creep. And he's still racist. But compared to how he was before, it's a redemption. I count it as a redemption. Yeah, we're not taking him with us, but he has instructions. He knows how to grow stronger. Give him the time to do that. Ohayou gozaimasu, Otou-san. Your daughter saved me in my darkest hour and taught me about true love. And asking about Philo's hand in Dogeza. Yeah, not the best choice of words. You don't just, you don't insult your beloved's sister. You really don't do that. Sister/mother. I mean, I guess Melty kind of took on the role of a mother, as she said herself, but sister/mother, older sister, whatever you want to call it. That was an amazing episode. I legit can't stop smiling. I can't remember when was the last time I had this much fun with any piece of media. Legit. I love it. After season 2 was partially a disappointment. Now, I stand by my belief and by my feelings, I guess, by my opinion, that the second half of season 2 was actually genuinely good. I liked it. After experiencing season 2 that was, all things considered, underwhelming, season 3 is doing so much right. I love it. I love the parallels. I love the arcs everybody's going through. I love I love Motoyasu as a character. I never thought I would be saying that, but I do. I love how his change of heart is so incredibly over-exaggerated to the point of calling Naofumi Otosan. He went from hating the shield demon to believing Shield Hero is his future father-in-law. And Ren, the most reasonable one, fell for Bitch's charms. I love it. Yeah, season 3 is enjoyable. It's enjoyable. One of the most fun anime in my recent memory. Honestly. Good shit. That's some good shit. That's some good shit. Real good shit. I don't think I have anything more to say about the topic. I mean, my smile should tell you everything you need to know about it. But maybe you guys have something more to add. Say so in the comments down below. What did you think of this episode? Did you love it as much as I did? What did you think of my reaction, my theories, stuff like that? No spoilers, please. I beg of you. If you have even a slightest suspicion that something you might say is a spoiler, please don't say it. Unless on my Discord, it's here also linked in the description below. You can join it for free, and there's a Shield Hero channel where you can talk about spoilers to your heart's content. Like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't, but tell me why so I can improve. Subscribe to the channel to be notified of future releases of not only Shield Hero, but also Frieren, Saihat no Paladin, Shangri-La Frontier, Magia Record, and plenty of others coming at you in the future. I also stream sometimes soon and wanna click the bell icon to be notified of when I go live. Support the channel if you want monetarily on Patreon, linked down below, where for $10 a month you get early access to non-seasonal shows like Magia Record, and for just $1 you get a role on the Discord and a place in the credits. You can also support me on YouTube directly, also linked down below, via super thanks, super chats, memberships, stuff like that. You also get a role on the Discord, because why not? And if you don't want to spend any money whatsoever, you can share my content, spread the word. It costs you absolutely nothing and helps the channel an awful lot. And now, with all of that out of the way, that's gonna be it from me for today. So as always, you guys do the good stuff, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Cheers! And here's my wonderful Patreons: QB, Without a Net, Group Survivor, Zayrene, Shoshu, Akumansur, Fassel, David, Dr. Wood, Marsh, Gala, and Hans Peter. And you can join them without having to go through a Motoyasu arc.